Okay, we'll finish up players today with Collin Miller, and just a reminder, with the Friday game and signing day, we'll have Coach Frost tomorrow at 3 o'clock, probably for about 20 minutes or so. So we'll move on to Collin Miller. First question, Andy Kendi, KETV.
Hey, Colin. First, how are you doing physically, mentally? And number two, most of your teammates have commented how positive you've been able to stay throughout this ordeal. How have you been able to stay so positive?
Yeah, I mean, definitely a tough situation that happened against Illinois. Just want to thank you guys and all the fans for just reaching out to me individually and checking up on me with the prayers and the messages. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I came to Nebraska is just the people here around this state are just so welcoming with big hearts and open arms. And, you know, you see an injury like this, and, I mean, I'm getting thousands of letters in the mail here at the stadium of people just wishing me the best. And guys like you and just on social media and stuff like that just, you know, thanking me for everything and, you know, wishing me nothing but the well-being and good health down the road and just checking up on me. So, yeah, just positivity all around from the fans and then the coaches and the players. My health's pretty good. I think a lot of the stuff that happened on Saturday against Illinois was precautionary. Just going to the hospital was a lot of precautionary things. Stayed overnight for precautionary reasons. But, yeah, I'm doing much better than I was before. That's why I wanted to get back with the team pretty early because I knew that those guys would help, you know, lift me up and put smiles on my face. And, yeah, those are my guys to the end. So I just wanted to get back because they're going to do everything in their power to keep me happy, just like I'm trying to keep them happy and keep them motivated.
KLKN, Kelsey Casper.
Hey, Colin, could you just kind of go through what emotions you were feeling when you walked out of that tunnel on senior day on Saturday, kind of just with this season that you've had?
Yeah, so I was telling a lot of those seniors, a lot of those guys were trying to hold back tears. Yeah, I mean, just coming in here 5 years ago, I mean, it's unbelievable just how many things you face and different adversities that come around and how many people come and go and relationships you build just down the road that people you still talk to. And, I mean, we probably walked that tunnel that we came out hundreds and hundreds of times. And that one I'll just remember for the rest of my life, just that last, you know, tunnel walk there in Memorial Stadium. Yeah, I mean, still makes me feel a little emotional and wish I could just do it one more time. But, I mean, it was something that I'll remember for the rest of my life is just that period that I got to spend with DCAP and Stilly and all those other seniors that we've been through all these hard times with.
Mitch Sherman, The Athletic.
Hey, Colin, you kind of sound there in that answer like you know if you'll be back or you know if you'll go through that tunnel again. Is that right? You made that decision. You know, how does this injury affect your opportunity to ever play football again? You know, whether it's at Nebraska or at the next level.
Yeah, definitely have a great staff here, a staff that looks out for me, cares for me, medically, physically, emotionally. These guys take care of me head to toe. They want me to be perfect down the road in my life and everything like that. So I talked to one neurologist, doctor that's with the staff, and he kind of gave me like the options and put everything out on the line that he thinks that it's probably not the best situation to come back and play football, depending on my health down the road. So I think that, looking at my MRIs and CT scans and all these other things that we've been through and just seeing things happen with my spine and looking down the road of my health, I think that I probably won't be coming back. I'll probably hang up the cleats for good, just for health reasons, and just make sure that I'm able to throw a football with my kid down the road, or, drive my own car down the road, or, take a shower on my own and feed myself on my own. I mean, it was a scary situation on Saturday. Against Illinois, it was very scary. Feelings I've never felt before. yeah, I mean, I'll remember that for the rest of my life. But I mean, we have great staff on this team that, wants my best interests and wants my best, for me and for my family and my future. So I think it's just best part for me is probably just to, while I can still walk on my own and talk on my own and do things on my own, probably just to, hang up the cleats.
How what kind of emotions does that bring out in you to just have it all? I mean, I'm sure I know you're grateful that you have those abilities still, but to have your football taken away from you like that. I mean, you had, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had aspirations to play, beyond this year, correct?
Yeah, I mean, growing up as a little kid, that's always been my goals was to play football for as long as I could. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it got taken away from me, but I mean, one thing about Nebraska is, they treat you like a NFL team out here. I mean, they treat you like a celebrity, and so I could kind of say that I played and fulfilled those, achievements I wanted to reach playing for the great state of Nebraska. But yeah, it was a fun run.
Couple more quick ones. Sam McEwen.
You got the coaching bug, Colin. I mean, the last 3 weeks, especially being on the sidelines, not being able to play, but knowing everything that's going on in the game. Is coaching something you want to begin to pursue?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely down, on my notes that I've always wanted to do down after football was coach and see where that could take me. And, I love football. I love the game of football. I love the environment football brings, and I'm a big competitor. So, yeah, I'm just taking it one day at a time, just see where that leads me to.
Thank you.
Parker Gabriel, Journal Star.
Well, for the moment, we'll ask you to put the coaching hat on here with the team that you're still with. What did you think of the way that Nick, I know he's bounced around inside and outside, but what did you think of his ability to sort of jump back in the inside linebackers room after you went down, and how did you think he played against Minnesota last week?
Yeah, Nick's a fighter. I think I've said that in a couple press conferences with you guys that, I mean, that kid is constantly in the film room and in the meeting room and, trying to be the last one on the practice field, hitting the sled while everyone else is walking off the field, or working on his footwork while everybody else is walking on the field. I mean, it was just a matter of time before he was actually going to get in and contribute on the full defense and not just special teams. But I think for his first game, he did amazing things. I mean, he was flying around. He was making TFLs. He was playing with a lot of emotion, and guys were thriving off him and feeling his energy. So I think that it's only up for him. Yeah, I mean, that kid's a stud. He does the things the right way that Nebraska wants. Yeah, good future for that kid.
And we'll finish up with Colin. Brian Christopherson, 24/7 Sports.
Hey, Colin, I know fans are disappointed with the wins, losses, and I know you guys are too in the recent years. But where do you think this program is, right now as it heads into 2021? I know you put so much into it and you care so much about it. Where do you see it right now? What direction is it going, and just kind of your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got the right guys in this stadium and in this room that can win a lot of football games. And, I mean, you take away 3 and 4 plays, offense, defense, special teams, you just take away 3 full plays on all those games. I think that we win a lot of these games. So I don't think that our win and loss ratio that you guys see is what's happening on in the stadium. And what's going on in this locker room is a lot of guys that are just wanting just to get this place back to what it needs to be. And, a lot of guys that are trying to put in the extra work that needs to be done to get this place to where it needs to be. Yeah, I mean, we just know that we're so close. If we just take away those 3 and 4 plays that happen in each game, setting the front wrong, or not picking up a block on offense, or, not getting the turnover on special teams when the ball drops right in front of us. I mean, we're so close that it could change in a blink of an eye. So I think that a lot of these guys, that they come in every day to the stadium and, you know, they just want to perfect their craft. They want to just keep working. I don't think there's one person in here that's hanging their head or dreading coming into the stadium. I think it's a lot of guys that are just ready to are hungry, and they just know that they want to get this place to where it needs to be.
Thank you, Colin.
All right. Thank you, Colin. And thanks, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow.